Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am Crispy and today is day 23 of our 30-day one color challenge. And last episode I showed all my villager interiors. I have since then finished my interiors in my house, but I'm not going to show those today. Today what I need to do just to finish this island is the beaches. Today is actually day 30 in real life, but there were some days where I went out of town and I couldn't work on this island because I didn't bring my Switch, but I'm definitely ready to finish this island. I'm actually working on another island right now and I really need to work on it, so I just want to finish this island today. And I'm also modding for several streams, so I am probably just going to end up voicing over and doing like speed builds throughout. Hope you guys enjoy. I am going to do my best. I really want to be proud of this island when I'm finished, and so far I'm really liking how it's coming out. I did end up taking all of the Lily of the Valleys out because I just thought that they didn't look good. And the only ones that I've left so far are the ones up by Murphy's house where I did like a bee farm, and I may end up leaving those because I think they look okay there, but just on their own they just don't take up enough space. They're a very skinny flower and there's not a lot of there's just a lot of open air like around them, and so if you're gonna use them like you're gonna use a full mum or another full flower, they don't take up enough space. So I am probably not gonna add them anywhere else. I don't even think I'm gonna put them on the beach. So this is all I've done to the peninsula so far. I was trying to start decorating it and putting stuff down so that I could get my rocks to spawn where I wanted them to, and then, you know, they were being stubborn, so I just threw out the rock garden idea. I had already finished all of this when people suggested to put it back here, and so I was like, I don't want to take all that out and redo it. I'm sorry, but I think I like how this came out up here, and I'm just gonna leave it. So yeah, we're gonna work on the beaches. I will probably voice over my process throughout, and hopefully I won't be as repetitive as I was with the interiors. I'm so sorry. Watching it back, it was a little bit repetitive, so hopefully this time it'll be better. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so first off, on this back rock, what I wanted to do was just make a little juice bar. So I found this adorable custom code on Pinterest for like a camper van, and I've never like made a camper van before. I've never decorated one, I've never used one, whatever you want to say. So I just love the custom code, and I thought it was adorable, and it's green, so I thought it was perfect. And it did fit on this rock very well, but the items around it did not. So I did struggle a little bit with the placement, especially like bistro tables. You can't get chairs anywhere close to them, and it's annoying. Also, like, I never know what chairs to put with them. I didn't have like a whole lot of great options that had green in them, but I just chose the little simple stools, and I think it was okay. I just wish I could have got them a little bit closer. And then I did lay a bunch of the path off camera because it literally takes so long, and the beaches took me a whole day to do. So yeah, I just did the pathing off camera, and I just left my peninsula really simple. I usually like to put a gazebo on my peninsula because it takes up, you know, a lot of space, and so that's what I usually put on my peninsulas. And this particular one wasn't very big, so it didn't take, a lot of items to fill it up. But of course, I did use a lot of wheat fields on my beaches, so yeah, it's made my island even more laggy. I probably should have just taken some up, picked them up, but I didn't, so yeah. Oh well. Lag core is a vibe, right? I mean, I guess, I don't know. I really love the weeds, like in the May time frame. Like, I guess, I don't know if that's still, I guess that's considered still spring. The summer weeds are not my favorite, but I did go ahead and set the DA actually to this island, and I set it June 1st so that I could have the green blooms, so spoiler. But I say that just because the weeds are annoying in summer to me. But yeah, here I just decorated a little zen beach picnic moment, I guess you could say. And I did a lot of picnics on my beach. I usually do just because they make sense and they take up space, and so I think of picnics on the beach in real life, and so that's what I usually do, a lot of picnics. But I also like to line my beaches with wheat fields. I don't know, it just makes them feel more full and lush, I guess you could say. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, I was pretty happy with how my beaches came out. I am proud of them, which is definitely out of the norm. So I'm happy for that. My helper's happy for that I'm actually happy with something. But I worked really hard on the beaches. I was trying to be as intentional as I could and not just, sometimes I really run out of steam towards the end of an island, and I'm like, I just want this to be over with. I put that dispenser on the simple stool thinking, oh, maybe that looks like suntan lotion or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's why it's there. I call this beach parasol beach because it has all of these beach parasols. Not very creative, I know. But I really love the fabric custom code on the parasols, and so I've never actually used those, and I mean, they're great beach items, so I was happy to be able to use those finally. And some of my beaches have the dirt path and some of them have the grass path. I tried to just mix it up. I tried to make each beach unique and individual and tried to still stay cohesive while making them different, which is not easy. But I am happy with them and proud of them that I actually did them, because sometimes I just do very simple beaches. And this beach has the beach towels with just the grass code custom design on them. I love how those looks. Just because it's kind of like an optical illusion, like you're laying in the grass when you're actually laying on a beach towel. But so many times when I was decorating and recording this, I put down a seat and then I accidentally sit on it. Oh, it happened so many times. I don't know if that happens to other people, but if I put a seat down, it's almost guaranteed that I am going to sit on it. And I really didn't know what to do with my dock. I was struggling with coming up with an idea, and I would normally use a party lights arch, but I couldn't. So yeah, I just used the wedding arch. And I did leave my campsite on the beach. I just decided to leave it there. And I'm glad that I did, because it gave me more ideas for coming up with, to decorate and stuff on my beaches. Sometimes I just run out of ideas. And so I also hadn't used the bamboo noodle slide, I don't think, at all on my island, and it's very green, and so I just thought, why not just put it on my beach? Some items that I hadn't got to use on my island, I just thought, why not? Because I have been wanting to use them, but I just never got around to it. So anyways, I did go ahead and set the DA for this island, spoiler, but I forgot I forgot something. I always forget something. I don't know if anybody else has this problem. I either forget to amiibo someone in to the campsite, or I forget to leave out like gifts, or I always forget something. Well, this time I actually forgot about the secret beach. So I am just kind of devastated because I time traveled backwards a year to try to get the hydrangea bushes to be green, to have the green blooms, and it didn't work because when they were green it was raining and I really didn't want to set the DA in the rain. So I decided to put on the beautiful island ordinance, and I don't know if you guys knew this. I just found out recently. There I go, sitting on a on a seat again. But you can actually put on the beautiful island ordinance and time travel all you want, and you won't get cockroaches in your house. And I know that normally people love cockroaches because it means your villagers, will not bother you. But when you're trying to get an S rank in your house, you don't want cockroaches. So I needed to keep time traveling in order to get the hydrangea bushes to have the green blooms, but I did not want cockroaches. So it was a struggle, and I finally managed to do it. And I completely forgot about the secret beach. So if I go back and I try to set it again, I'm gonna have to do kind of the same thing of going backwards and forwards, and I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if it's okay to not have one little tiny beach not decorated. The perfectionist in me really wants to, but it was such a struggle to get the hydrangea bushes to have the green blooms. So I don't know. I'm having an internal battle in my brain saying you can do it, but I don't want to. So yeah. I also was the crazy person that decided to take on a 10-day island, when I hadn't even finished this one completely. So I'm trying to work on it too. I did not know what to put on this back rock. I was just struggling. If you see sometimes in my speed builds, I walk around in circles, and that's just because I'm what do I do? What am I doing? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out exactly because I don't know. So I'm sorry if sometimes I walk around in circles, but I just ultimately decided that a wedding area would be okay for a rock. And normally I'd probably put a lighthouse or something, but there's none that have green on it that I don't think so anyway. So I just decided to do a beachside wedding area, and I think it says spring, it has green in it, I think it's fine. And I don't know what made me think of it. I guess because of the wedding arch that I used. I was searching for arches, and because I always put an arch on my pier, and I found that wedding arch, and so I just decided to do a beachside wedding. It does take up a whole beach, so I think it came out okay. It's not my favorite area, but I think it works. And there are a lot of like beachside weddings, so I think it's okay. I do love the green version of the wedding chair and the wedding table. I really do. And I did use the wedding chair in some of my interiors because it is one of my favorite chairs. I should have used the Turkey Day one as well, but I don't think I had that one unlocked at HHP, so I couldn't use it for my villagers, and I didn't want to try to find an amiibo to go to HHP and unlock some villager that unlocked it. You know what I mean? It just didn't seem worth it to me. So I used the wedding seat in some of my interiors, and I really do love it. It's beautiful. I love the green on it, and I think it works well with spring, even though technically I set the DA to like June 1st, so I guess that's more summer. I don't know. I think the vibe on this island is a little bit spring. I don't know what you would call this island theme. I was really struggling to actually decide what theme it was. Originally I thought of plant core, but it does have some farm core elements and some spring core elements, and so I don't actually know. Maybe it's just green core. I don't know. But this was one of the last beaches that I did, and it did take me all day. So beaches just take me forever. I don't know if anybody else struggles with beaches, but they are one of the hardest things for me to do. This is one of my favorite areas though, and I hadn't used the yachts on any other part of my island, so I really wanted to incorporate them somewhere, and I was gonna do it over by the pier, but then I put my campsite over there and I didn't want to move it, so I just did them over here. It was a pretty big beach and I had some room to work with, so this is what I came up with, and I don't use the yachts a lot on my islands. I don't know why. Maybe they take up a lot of space. I don't know, but I don't use them a lot. And I was so excited to actually find a fishing rod stand that had some green in it. One of the spools of the rods had green, and I was just so excited because I was struggling to find like fishing items that had green other than the fish containers. You know, a lot of the items didn't have green, so it was a struggle, but I was very pleased with this build and how it came out. I love using those planks. I use those planks all over my island, and I'm glad that I found that custom code because it came in very handy. So I have been trying to work on my newest challenge, but it's been a struggle because I didn't finish this first. I still had to do like some of my interiors and beaches, and so yeah, now I'm kind of regretting my life choices because I don't know, something about doing a 12-hour island or a 10-day island or a 12-day island, it just really has interested me. You know, I was like, can I do it? I started timing myself before to do a 12-hour island, but I was like, you know, I don't know if this is possible. It's hard for me to even find 12 hours in a day when I can sit and actually play, because I'm constantly having to, you know, do chores around the house or go get kids from school or something like that, you know. So having a straight 12-hour time period is a struggle. And so I thought maybe a 10-day island, you know, would be easier. And it's not easier when you still have to complete an island, you know. I think that with me, I really like to work on one island at a time. I can do two if I don't really have like a deadline and a time frame, but trying to do a 10-day island when I haven't finished a 30-day island was just was so crazy. I shouldn't have done it, but the only reason that I chose to start it was because of the start of cherry blossom season. So that's why I chose the timing that I did. I just wish that I had already finished this island first. Now I can't really decide. Oh my gosh, Sahara was driving me crazy during this build because she kept getting in the way, and I think in one of the clips, if I didn't cut it out, I was like pushing her, like, get out of the way. The NPCs and the villagers always get in the way, and it drives me crazy, but it's fine. Everything is fine. But yeah, I don't know if I can completely, you know, estimate how much time I am putting on a 10-day island, if I'm really giving it justice and doing my due diligence. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just don't know that it's really gonna be a 10-day island, because I've spent several days finishing this island, you know? So I don't know. I have got it to 3 stars already, but I haven't. Is this where? I don't know. One of the places coming up is where Sahara gets in my way, and it's funny. Watching this back, I laugh, but at the time I was like, get out of the way. There it is. Get out of my way. Trying to put wheat fields down, oh my gosh, because you can't push them or pull them, it drives me crazy, because you have to stand in just the right spot or they won't go, you know, where you want them to. So I'm constantly having to turn around in circles to try to get it to go where I want it to. But I still love them. They're one of my favorite items in the game. I still love them. I used so many weeds and wheat fields on my beaches. I couldn't even begin to count how many, but I really love doing like teddy bear picnics, and so I was definitely gonna be putting one of those around. I'm sure there will be one on my cherry blossom island too. I just haven't started decorating on that one yet. I did get it to 3 stars, so that's something. But oh, this beach I struggled with. I was like, what am I doing? I totally, this was my last beach, so I totally just ran out of ideas, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm putting this stuff. I don't know why. I don't know what it means. I have no idea. Hay beds and garden wagons, does that make sense? I don't know that it does, you know? So ultimately I decided to just use the hay beds as like stools, almost benches. Even though they're a bed, it's weird to me. I wish you could sit on the hay bed. I really do, because I think that it would be so cute to use them as benches and to be able to set things on them. I know you can use the little, what is this? Spooky lantern set or something like that, where it has a little hay bale and you can actually set things on it, but not the hay bed. So, but this is my last area that I decorate, the last beach, and I was so ready to be done by this point. This was like the end of the day and I was just ready to be done. But I ultimately decided to do just a little clothing area to dry your clothes, I guess, on the beach. And I was glad to find a stool that actually had green in it. Some of the greens in this game are just so bright that it's hard. It's hard to match greens. I know I've said that several times during this island. I'm sorry. I repeat myself. There I go, laying in the hammock again. Happens every time. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed and that you have enjoyed this island. My next video of this island will be the final tour, and I still haven't decided yet if I'm going to go back and do my secret beach or not. I may just have to leave it. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, this is how my beaches came out. And we are done. And I have my helper here.
Hello.
And EverGreen is complete.
Yay!
Can you believe it? The only thing that I have left to do is to try to get the hydrangea bushes to be green.
Okay.
So you ready to see my beaches?
Yep.
Alright, so we'll start back here.
Ooh, wow.
This is my little juice bar camper van. I love this code so much. What do you think?
I like it.
This is probably my favorite area. I've never done a camper van. I just love it. I just wish the stools would get closer, but they won't.
Beach van.
Yes.
I am going to be naming each beach.
Okay. And this is the peninsula, so I just did a simple little gazebo and bench moment.
All right.
This is a little picnic
beach.
I guess you could say. I have a couple picnic beaches.
Well, then this one's gonna be whipped cream beach, because there's whipped cream.
There's only a little melon soda with whipped cream in it.
No. Cherry on beach, because there's a cherry.
Okay, that doesn't make
Cherry on
sense.
beach.
My whole beach isn't a cherry.
Well, I don't know. There's many beaches.
You could call this
Umbrella
beach.
Umbrella beach.
We could do that, yeah. I have 3 in a row.
Dang,
And
that's just one long beach.
It is.
Long, umbrella beach.
Okay. And then I have this little beach.
Sweeping beach. Bed beach. Bed beach.
Beach towel beach.
Towel beach.
Okay, yeah, towel beach. And then this is my little decoration.
Hey! Yay!
And my campsite.
Camp beach.
Yep, that's an easy one, right?
That one's really easy. That was pretty easy.
And I did just amiibo in someone here just to for the tent to be up.
And you'll never know.
And you'll never know who it is?
You'll never know.
You don't think we should tell them? And then this is a little, I guess, Zen beach.
Zen beach, yeah. Or bamboo beach.
Oh yeah, that could be a
Because
thing.
there is a lot of bamboo. Oh yeah, the villager was actually Azalea.
Okay, yes, that's who I amiiboed in. Alright, I'm gonna have to go around, so.
Nar.
Alright, this beach is actually inaccessible, and I didn't even record it because it's literally just a filler beach.
Palm tree beach.
Yeah, I put a bunch of trees and path
No.
and flowers, and that's it.
No.
What?
Coconut beach.
Coconut beach?
Coconut.
That works.
Coconut. Yeah.
Whoops, let me put this back. I don't know if I'm gonna open that up or just leave it inaccessible.
Okay.
Alright.
I saw it.
Yep.
Fishing beach.
Yep.
Automatically.
I really
fishing
like
beach.
this one too. I really wanted
do.
to use the yachts somewhere, and I thought, why not the beach? That makes the most sense, right?
Yep. Wait,
Um,
how are those rocks green? Is there like vines on them?
these?
Yeah.
They're
Are there
mossy.
Oh.
Mossy little.
Oh, and there's leaves on them.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then we have another little teddy bear picnic beach.
Uh-oh.
What?
I don't know what to name this one.
This one?
Yes.
Teddy bear picnic beach.
Teddy bear beach.
Yeah, that works.
Bear beach.
And this is just another little.
Flower beach.
Well,
Because I saw the candy. Or whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called.
this does have a.
Yeah.
It does have a little green stem.
Yeah. So it is green, guys.
And then we have this.
Wagon beach.
Okay. I struggled with this one. I was like, where do I put these hay beds? What do I do? And I just came up with that.
It's just gonna be normal picnic beach.
And then this.
Clothing beach.
Okay, that works.
Hanging beach.
All right, this is the last beach.
Wedding beach.
Yes, I did not know what to. I was running out of ideas, so I literally just did like a little wedding
Area.
arch moment with the
Thing.
little wedding sign and some flowers
Okay.
and some pews. So,
Okay.
which beach was your favorite?
The first one.
Yeah, the camper van.
Yes.
I love that one too.
Van beach.
I love the camper van. They did a great job on that custom code, whoever made it, and I've never used a camper van before, so
That was your first time?
yep.
Wow.
All right, so now I am going to have to try to time travel forward and then backward, I guess, to get the hydrangea bushes to be green, and then
Yeah.
next time will be the tour.
Yay!
And I'll show my interior of my house in the tour.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
Shall we say bye?
Alright. Bye. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Let us know which was your favorite.